Hello and welcome back. I wanted to read another passage reading for y'all and kind of give a brief little kind of like lesson to kind of talk from it. It's not going to be an overly long one. These videos are normally like 4 to 5 minutes long in total. And it just wanted to focus on one passage from Luke chapter 12, which talks about not peace, but division. And I'm going to put the scripture reading up here using the Logo software. Again, not a paid promotion, it's just what I prefer to use on my computer. And then I'm going to be reading primarily from this ESV because that's the one I prefer. I find it the easiest for me to read. Don't have a problem with any other translations. That's just other than the Passion. But that's just one thing that I prefer. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start reading. This is gonna be verses 49 through 53, and there's just gonna be kind of a brief lesson to talk from. All right, so starting with verse 49, I came to cast fire on the earth, and that word sorry. I came to cast fire on the earth, and would that were already kindled. I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how great is my distress until it is accomplished. Do you think that I have come to give peace on earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. For from now on in one house there will be five divided, three against two, and two against three. They will be divided, father against son, and son against father, mother against daughter, and daughter against mother, mother in law against her daughter in law, and daughter in law against her mother in law. Now what the lesson that I wanted to kind of talk with this one is it literally saying that this exact thing of these five will be divided and every family of five would be divided and like this. No, it's not really what it's saying. What it's more of talking about is the fact that what Jesus came to earth for is going to be divisive. The gospel message is going to be divisive to the rest of the world because of the fact it goes against what the world desires and what the world wants for themselves. And so, bringing the gospel message, it's going to bring division. It's going to bring people that are going to come after you. You look at what happened to all of the disciples following the death of Jesus and them going out to the rest of the world to spread the message to the Gentiles around the world, most of them were killed because the world did not like the message they were bringing. Even though, yes, ultimately this is a message of love and loving each other and loving your neighbor, there's still these elements that just do not, there's things the world likes and the world cares for that do not align with what is in scripture, and when you bring that out and you talk about how this is wrong, they're going to be divided against you and they're going to come after you. And so this is more or less talking about the fact that there's going to be division. You're going to face that division. You're going to face that conflict. Be prepared for it because the world is not going to just accept the message on its own. They're not just going to just, yeah, cool, we'll take it. Some will, some won't. That's the point of this whole point of division. And we're taught about how we're going to face persecution. We're going to face this conflict in other passages of scripture. In Romans, we're talked about how we're going to face some conflict. In like several of Paul's epistles, we're talking about how we're going to face it. And you even look at Paul's life and how many times he was arrested, beaten half to death, and eventually killed for it. Or John was eventually stabbed because of the fact, not John, sorry, James was eventually stabbed by Herod because of this message he was preaching. And so, and that's the primary message I wanted to come forward with today is just talking about the fact that this is not going to be a perfectly uniting thing across the board. We're going to face division, especially with other religions out there. This is going to be a very dividing thing because it goes against what our flesh and what the world wants for us. But aside from that, that's everything that I have for today. And so I hope you have a great rest of your day and God bless you.